Good evening, everybody. Pulling the late shift tonight. That's because working on a special little project here for my good friend Brett. You see the Dusty Face Christmas rides coming up this Saturday, and the main man Brett, his machine's not working. He had some clutch issues. Thinks his one-way bearing is locking up, keeping it from shifting, so he wanted me to switch it out with this other clutch. So that's what we're gonna do. And if it looks like a Chevy blew up around here, that's because it mostly did. We are putting the second turbo in this truck here because the first one made noise. We put one in about not quite 2 years ago and pretty much made noise right off the bat, but turbo had a 2-year warranty, so customer opted to drive it for a little while and decided it was time to get it fixed before the warranty's up. So, and we had some more joyous fun today in the shop. Had an F-150 come in here and had a strange vibration in the drive line, so we were investigating to see what it was. Pulled the drive shaft, checked the U-joints. That wasn't it. Thought we'd pull the cover off the rear end and have a look. And as you can see, not one, not two, not three, but 4 cover bolts broke off. That almost never happens, but that's how our day went today. We're gonna see if we can get Mr. Brett's clutch up and going here, so he can enjoy the Christmas ride that he worked so hard to put on. So we'll see if we can get you set up here. We don't have new parts to use, so we're just going to do the best we can with some of this used stuff to see if we can get them going for this weekend, and then we'll come back later and he can fix it, or we can fix it later. So all right, so we got the top off the spring, the locking nut, and as you can see, I got some homemade tools here. That's because I made these years ago when I was broke and couldn't afford to buy any tools. But you know what, they work pretty good. This one here holds the base from turning, and this one here is basically a big socket that goes down over it, so you can unscrew the spider. So tight. But you can see these little wear pads in here. They just get completely ate up and worn out, and then they get wedged in there. Clutch doesn't slide back and forth like it's supposed to. So that's one problem. We'll keep going here and see if we can get the one-way bearing off. Actually, it is a one-way bearing. Some of the older ones, it's not a one-way bearing, but the one-way bearing is what gives you your engine braking. So this one feels pretty smooth, so we'll take it apart and see if we can use it and maybe steal some wear pads out of there. Somebody put red Loctite on this one, Brett, which is just about impossible to get off without heating. Okay, as you can see, there's a little thrust washer that goes on first, and your one-way bearing, and another thrust washer, and then a spacer. If you can see that or not, but these weights and pins get really worn as well. The basket wears in here really bad where it slides. And as you can see, all the dust, these things just get hammered with dirt, and that's the number one thing that makes them wear out so fast. That hurt. All right, so there you have it, my man Brett. She's all back together, guaranteed to, well, it's not guaranteed, but I think it'll work. Get them through the Christmas ride, so we can get some new parts ordered and get it fixed right. But these things just, the one-way bearing was getting really dry. All these wear pucks are just worn out. I don't know if that's showing up on the camera or not. The other part that wears, the spider, this one's not bad, but those wear pucks sit in here and it will literally oblong those holes out eventually in there. They're starting to get a little egg shaped. This one's not terrible yet, but anyway, if you happen to be at the ride and or you know Brett, just want everybody to know how much work he puts in behind the scenes for the Dusty Face Off-Road Club to make the Christmas ride possible. You know, we light up our side-by-sides and parade around through some small towns and adopt some families for Christmas and try to make their Christmas a little better. And normally, I think this year we got about 5 or 6 families that the group adopted. Anyway, Brett puts it all together. He contacts the families. He does fundraising. you know, organizes the ride. And so yeah, if you know him, if you see him, tell him thanks. Until next time.